All right. Well, welcome back to the Slice, and we have to talk about it. The craziest Masters 1000 final of all time. We've got these two guys. That's right, Arthur Rinderknech and Valentin Vacherot. Some of you will have never heard of the name for this tournament, Valentin Vacherot, but he is in the final of the Shanghai Masters after beating Novak Djokovic. So, yeah, things are getting pretty weird in Shanghai. We're going to talk about that. Lowest ranked Masters 1000 finalists, cousins. Djokovic and Medvedev losing. If Djokovic and Medvedev had made the final, you'd have been like, oh, this is a great final, normal Masters 1000 kind of rejuvenation of the old dogs. But no, we've got some kind of French cousins playing in the final of the Masters 1000 in Shanghai with combined ranking of, I believe, 258, the lowest of all time. So this is the Slice. Let's break this down and try and wrap our heads around it because it's just amazing. Welcome back to the show. If you're new here, if you love tennis, just subscribe. That's as easy as it is. We talk about tennis. We do interviews with pro players like Felix Auger-Aliassime, Denis Shapovalov, all the top players, mostly Canadians, and we preview tournaments and we react to matches like this and results like this. So welcome back. It's been a few weeks since we've done one of these shows. We have been doing the podcast, so check that out, JP Hovey and myself. And yeah, what the heck is going on in Shanghai? Because JP and I were talking about, Alcaraz pulled out, Sinner lost. He withdrew from a match. So the gate was wide open for Djokovic to win another tournament. And we were saying, not win another tournament, win a tournament, and saying that outside of those two young guys, Sinner and Alcaraz, Djokovic is still the third best player in the world at 38. And that still might be true, but I did not expect to see him losing to Valentin Vacherot in the semifinals of Shanghai. That is just insane because I did on Twitter post about how his draw was fairly hilarious. The round of 16, he played Juame Munar. The round of the quarterfinals, he played Zizou Bergs, which he won. And then the semifinals, he played Valentin Vacherot. So I was saying, easy route to the final for Djokovic. And Vacherot said, not too fast. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So let's talk about it. Lowest ranked Masters 1000 finalist ever. My studio analyst, Chad GPT, said that previous to this, what were the lowest combined rankings of the two finalists at a Masters 1000 in ATP history? Short answer, Paris 2003, Tim Henman ranked number 31 that week, and Andre Pavel ranked number 191 for a combined ranking of 222. And then another one, this might not be exhaustive. Chad is still fairly new. He's pretty good, pretty fast, but he's not always 100% accurate, so don't take my word for it. Hamburg 1996, Roberto Carretero, number 143, versus Alex Cortega, number 66, combined ranking of 209. So those are both pretty low, but not as low as this one, which is Arthur Rinderknech at ranked 54 versus Valentin Vacherot at 204. So just crazy because Vacherot is a challenger player, great player, both great athletes, I'll say, and we'll get into that. And then Rinderknech is a guy who is just completely all over the map. He can beat Zverev every time. Apparently, he's beaten him twice in the last few months. But he's also lost to guys like my friend Alexei Galarneau, who was ranked about 205 in Montreal when they played. And Alexei's like 5'8", and he beat Rinderknech. Alexei's a gangster and can absolutely be top 100. So, like, it's not like it's a bad loss theoretically, but he could beat Zverev. He can lose to guys ranked in the 200. And for guys like Felix, who I cover obviously a lot, like when he plays someone like Rinderknech, like that's like an easy out. Although obviously Rinderknech beat Felix this time, but their previous two matches, Felix had won both. They'd both been in 2025 in Mallorca, straight sets, and in Cincinnati, where Rinderknech retired due to heat. So just all completely over the map when it comes to results for Rinderknech. And then Vacherot, I've seen him around before. He's one of the few players from Monaco, but he is, a challenger player. He's obviously got an incredible game. He's an incredible player. Everyone in the top 300 is. But he's ranked 200 for a reason. He can't put these wins together. So he's done it here, and that is crazy to be in the finals of Shanghai. So before we talk about the matches with Djokovic and Medvedev, they're cousins apparently as well. So, that makes sense. And they actually both hugged on court, I think, after Rinderknech won, which was very cool to see. And they're both great athletes. They're both tall, French. Yeah, I guess he's Monacan. Is that how you say it? Monacoan. Vacherot, but obviously French heritage and just great athletes. And that plays into the super slow courts in Shanghai that Zverev commented on as being like a conspiracy to get, Alcaraz and Sinner to the finals, and it helps them. But I think in these semifinals, it actually helped the two Frenchmen versus the older Djokovic and Medvedev, because these super slow molasses courts, Djokovic does not want to be playing on courts like that anymore. Are you serious? He's 38 years old. He wants to be able to hit aces and hit winners and actually end points quickly. He was literally destroyed by the end of this 2-set match with Vacherot, because Vacherot's younger, taller, just was happy to rally and play balls, chase down balls. And you can see the ball would come, and you see it hit the court and just bounce up, spin, like incredibly slow. And that made it almost impossible for Djokovic to get through the court. So it kind of makes sense when you're like, okay, well, if you just go play a practice match out there versus a super athletic challenger player who can run for miles versus the 38-year-old GOAT, I mean, it's not out of comprehension that this younger guy is just going to win because he's more physically able to play on the surface. But in Shanghai, it doesn't really matter. It's the semifinals of Shanghai. The slowness definitely helped Vacherot. And I think the same for Rinderknech. He's got just as big of a serve as Medvedev. And Medvedev, with the slower balls in general, has not been able to get through the court like he used to on the hard court. He used to slide ball past guys. Hasn't been able to do that. So Rinderknech feeling locked in. Obviously, he beat Felix somehow. I didn't see any of that match. Then he goes and beats Medvedev, and I'm assuming the slow court helped him as well, and hurt, or like more likely hurt Medvedev. So you get this crazy final here between two guys that you would never have picked to be there, and it's kind of amazing. Like, it's amazing to watch. Like, they, like I said, cousins. You can kind of see it. Never played before. Age 26, 30. Rinderknech is actually the same age as Medvedev. So, but my point still stands. 6'4" and 6'5". Yeah. They played actually once, 2018, in a futures in France, with Rinderknech winning 6-2, 6-4. France F13. That's crazy. So that's kind of crazy because Rinderknech would have been he would have been, what is that? That's like 7 years ago. So he would have been 23, I guess. I mean, that makes sense. And Vacherot would have been like 19. So absolutely insane, those two guys. Let's go to the draw. Here it is. Rinderknech beats Medvedev in 3, 4-6, 6-2, 6-4, and Vacherot beats Djokovic 6-3, 6-4. Just insane scenes. Medvedev beat Demon Hour. For Medvedev, that's a great tournament. Like, that's making the semifinals of Shanghai is a good result for him after not having great results this year. Same with Felix. Making the quarterfinals is a good result. Losing to Rinderknech for both of them will be extremely painful to think about, I think. But it's, good results for Auger-Aliassime and Medvedev in the grand scheme of things. Djokovic getting to the semifinals is a good result for him, but losing to Vacherot will hurt. And then Vacherot beat. That's crazy. Let's look at his whole run here. I'm not going to even be able to find him. He beat Jera, and then he beat Bublik. 32, wow. And then he beat Mahac, 20th seed, and then he beat Griekspoor, 27th seed, and then he beat Runa, 10th seed, Insanity, and then he beat Djokovic, 4th seed. So this has got to be, if we're just being honest, this has got to be one of the craziest runs to a final ever from Vacherot because of his ranking, but also because of the players he beat. Like, what is that? 20th seed, 27th seed, 10th seed, 4th seed. It really doesn't get better. That is absolutely insane. And Djokovic, to cap it all off. So dream run for him, dream run for the cousins, for the family. They got to be going nuts. Amazing final. So we'll see what happens. Who's gonna win? For Djokovic, his career story right now, just the most random year ever. Still continues. Like only playing the majors essentially. He has played in 2025. He's played the Australian Open, which he made the semifinals. He's played the Qatar Open, which he lost first round. Indian Wells lost first round. Miami lost in the final. Monte Carlo lost first round. Madrid lost first round. Geneva won. French Open semifinal. Wimbledon semifinal. U.S. Open semifinal. Shanghai Masters semifinal loss to Vacherot. So that's just also got to be one of the craziest years ever for anyone. Like if you just took those results and pasted them to anyone, that would be crazy. Djokovic, it's just crazy as well. 38 years old, playing at his own pace, and I think he kind of got screwed by the court surfaces in Shanghai. It's too slow for him. He can't run around with these younger kids. 26 years old, again, 12 years younger than him. You want to run around in molasses, just not happening. So Djokovic fans, take heart. It's fine. He'll be in Australia, I'm sure. We'll see where he can play, hopefully at the ATP finals on quicker courts or Paris-Bercy. We'll see what those courts are like in a new venue. But yeah, just absolutely crazy to see what's going on in Shanghai. So congrats to the Monaco fans of Vacherot and to the French fans of Rinderknech. And sorry to the Medvedev fans, Djokovic fans, Felix Auger-Aliassime fans, who are their victims en route to one of the craziest finals in ATP Masters 1000 history.